Welcome to Kosherdotcom's Book Nook, where every week we read a short story from a book. Grab your blankie and squishmallow and let's go! This week we're going to be reading from Art Scroll's Living Shabbos, story Maan from Hashem. It was Friday afternoon and Yisroel walked home with a very glum face. For the past 3 months he had been losing his job every week. As soon as Friday would come, whichever boss he worked for that week would reprimand him. "No games, Mr. Kaufman," they said with a scowl. "You come to work on Saturday or else I never want to see you again." Sometimes they wouldn't say anything, and then Yisroel would come to them at the end of the day on Friday and tell them that he does not work on Shabbos. Sometimes they would scream at him. Sometimes they spoke quietly. But they all said the same thing. If you do not work on Shabbos, then don't come back on Monday. This week, Yisroel was especially down. His boss had not asked him if he would be coming to work on Saturday, and Yisroel did not ask him if he could take off on Shabbos. That is because this week Yisroel had no more money for food. All the money that he had saved was already used up. "I guess I'll just have to come to work on Shabbos," Yisroel mumbled to himself sadly as he kicked a pebble with his torn shoe. "I have to buy food to feed the children." As Yisroel walked, he thought about how to tell his wife the terrible news. He was thinking so hard he almost missed a most incredible sight. Sitting on top of a garbage can was a perfectly wrapped loaf of challah, fresh, soft, and whole. Yisroel held this challah with his hands as tears came to his eyes. "This will be enough food for my children today," he thought happily. "Hashem, I promise," he said, "even if I have to look for food in a garbage can, I will never work on Shabbos." He ran home to share the challah with his children and the news with his wife. "Don't you see," his wife said gently, after hearing the story, "Hashem can send us the food we need exactly when we need it. Don't you think he can send us money too? He surely would not want us to work on Shabbos. He will give us our needs at exactly the right moment." Yisroel smiled. This was exactly what he wanted to hear. With trust in Hashem and the love of Shabbos in his heart, he sat down with his family to enjoy the bread sent directly from Hashem. And after this, Yisroel was able to find a job with the boss who let him keep Shabbos. When the Jews were in the desert, Hashem sent them a double portion of Maan on Friday so that they can also have food for Shabbos. That is why we make a bracha over 2 loaves of bread on Shabbos. It reminds us that if we keep Shabbos, Hashem will always take care of us. Have a wonderful Shabbos.